What's going on YouTube? This is a review for the HERCULES 9 amp variable speed surface conditioning tool. Starting off with price $139.99. The 4-inch drums are available on Harbor Freight's website. Those are pretty inexpensive and they do vary in price depending on what grit and what type of drum you are purchasing. They also have like polishing drums too. Those ones are around $29 or so. So take that into consideration. Now starting off with unboxing this thing. So opening it up, basically you get a 40 grit in the box already. You also get the tool and a little box that has the handle and some bolts and nuts. There are two other little things in here. I'm not really 100% sure what those are. I believe they're probably somewhere inside of the body. So if this thing shorts out, there might be a way to replace it. I'm not really 100% sure. It didn't say anything in the instructions or on the box. Now this does use a 120 volt plug. So you can use this with pretty much any one of your extension cords if you need to get some reach. Now inside of the accessories bag, you will get a instruction manual or owner's manual. Like I mentioned, there's two little things in that bag that I just had in my hand. I'm not really 100% sure what they are. Now to install the sanding drum, there is a button on the back side of the head, and basically you have to untighten the bolt that holds the sanding drum in place. That is a left-handed thread. So to install the drum, there's these two little straight bars that basically sit in place to hold the drum in place. Reinstall the bolt and tighten it down, holding the back release switch, and then install your handle. On the main body of this, there is a variable speed option, so you go from a 1 all the way up to 6. I found that this works pretty good on about 3 or 4 myself. Then the trigger on the bottom and a locking switch. So if you are using this, you can go ahead and lock it in place, or if you're not using it, you can lock it in place. And I will say that the construction of this is actually pretty decent. So I was fairly surprised with how well the construction was of this HERCULES variable speed conditioning tool. So it's not bad. I think for 139 bucks, it's a pretty good deal. All right, so now the moment you've all have been waiting for, I'm going to put this head to head. So I have a 5-inch palm sander. It's nothing crazy. I mean, obviously, if I was putting this up against a air compressor DA, I might do a little bit better. But we're going to use a 5-inch palm sander versus the HERCULES. So starting off with the 5-inch, I'm using 120 grit. I didn't have 40 grit for the hand sander, so I just figured 120 was more than enough for this test. Now, in all, from start to finish, this took me roughly about 6.5 or 7 minutes to complete, to get a nice even kind of like stripe down the center from the palm sander. So after finishing up with the palm sander, I went ahead and just took the tape off to start a new tape line. So this way, when I take off the tape, you can kind of see them a little bit closer to each other. So I kind of overlapped a little bit, but and now for the HERCULES. So this actually takes very little time to complete. I basically went from paint all the way down to bare metal with the HERCULES in probably about 2.5 or 3 minutes. I would assume that if you probably used a 60 grit or even an 80 grit, this would work a lot faster, especially if you're doing something like stripping a body panel on a car or the side of a truck bed like I am doing right now, which eventually I will be painting possibly for the channel, so we'll see about that. Now, pulling the tape off to reveal the size, and in my honest opinion, I feel that the HERCULES did a much better job in stripping the existing finish. It just looks a lot cleaner. I mean, it even kind of looks like it kind of shined it up a little bit too. Now, this not only works on automotive stuff, but it also works on other things too. So I just kind of threw the camera up because we had this little like outdoor table that was starting to rust and stuff, and we decided to repaint it. So basically just going over it. For small crevices and stuff like that, it's not really the greatest, but it will do the job, at least removing some of the surface rust and possibly not all of it. But other than that, I mean, I think it did a much better job than just trying to either hand sand it, or I mean, I guess you could always sand blast it, but you know, either you got to buy a sandblaster or you got to take it to somebody and do it. So in all, I will say that it is a pretty good deal, especially for 140 bucks. Harbor Freight used to have their like Bayer, however you want to pronounce that. They used to have their brand on there. It was a little bit cheaper, and unfortunately, it looks like it's not on their website anymore, so I can't even say that you could offer that one for a little bit cheaper. I will say that you could probably check Amazon or eBay for cheaper ones. I'm sure there's probably some out there. Anyways, hopefully this helped you guys. If you were looking at this thing and you're just trying to see like an honest review, I mean, it does work, and I think it does a pretty solid job in all. I mean, I plan on repainting my truck soon, so I figured this would probably be good for stripping some of the paint to get off to where I need to try to, pop out dents and Bondo in and stuff, because I basically plan to just kind of scuff and shoot the truck, but obviously I'm going to have to do a little bit of work to the body. If you like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, give it a like. If you didn't like this video, also give it a thumbs up. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all the buttons. I'm Jordan, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.